so some of you guys know, I picked up a 1987 Dodge Daytona, or Dodge Shelby Daytona model. And I said I was going to do a video of the real car, and here it is. Pretty rough condition right now. We're doing a little kind of restoration on it. Just had the front glass replaced this day, like when we had it inspected, and now we just haven't had it inspected again. The guy messed up all the seals for the T-tops, and apparently he didn't have them to redo them, because I don't know what he was thinking. But he ruined the seals, so we have to store it in the greenhouse, because as you can see, water gets right in. We have a few inside, though. We have some over there, laying on the floor. There's some seals that we're going to make work. It's pretty rough inside. Ripped up leather. That's just a pillow that we had sitting back here because I don't know really why we had it, but cut down shifter. It had a radio in it, not anymore. Hence the speakers that are just chilling there now. None in there, none up there, none in there, just the one. And then the one 12-inch subwoofer. That's not in a box. It's being worked on, to say the least. Odometer did stop working. Oh, sorry. Did stop working a long time ago, so we don't know how many miles are actually on the engine. Other than that, all the other gauges still work. As you see, the RPM is stuck there until you start it. But battery's dead right now because of the weather we've been having. So I'll get that charged eventually and start it up for you guys. But boost gauge and everything still works. Heating and everything still works, except the AC. Took AC out. See, just got a lot of cables laying around for everything, because we're eventually putting a radio back in. As you see, we're doing Rockford Falls Gate rewiring stuff over here. Hold on, you might be able to see it. Yeah, we're doing Rockford Falls Gate wiring stuff and rewiring the whole sides. So right now we just have all that hidden in the door. Yeah, all the lights still work and everything. That's a little tricky though. Never. There it is. Black fence. Somebody painted them white at one time. Put black ones back in, except for this one. I'm missing one, so need to get another one. But yeah. Got the mirror and everything. This is a T-topped car. It's pretty rough up here too. Headliner's pretty rough too. But that T-top case broke. Somebody broke that. This one is fine. Pretty hard to find parts for this car. But yeah. And originally it had a big long shifter that would sit up here, so you could just rest your elbow, but this makes it even nicer. And had a pull up, but now it's just, that's reverse, instead of having to pull up and hit over. So now, it's a little weird, because that's, first is here now, and reverse is over here. So you have to watch out when you put it in first, and then second, but then third, fourth, and fifth are still easy to find. But yeah, leave that in gear so we don't drift. The seats all move forward, and the backs are in pretty fine, or pretty decent condition. Everything still moves and everything. Just a pipe tip that, I don't know. Console still opens up and everything. More wiring stuff for the speakers eventually. Just got a casing over it because the steering wheel's pretty ripped up. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It was definitely somebody's everyday driver at a time. Alright. And then back here, got a nice new back window too. Back seats are pretty ripped up too. Like here we have the spare tire, but the side door covers, the two back covers for the back speakers, the broken parts, the other side paneling for the dash up there, So we have all the other parts back here. Then of course all the broken trim that the guy broke. Back bumper was hit at a time. Somebody hit it. Messed it up. Paint's pretty bad. Tree fell on it, and we got this from a junkyard. Tree fell on it. Smashed it up. Haven't had time to fix it. So it's got a big dent in it. Whoever painted it did terrible. Looks like a Mako job. All runny. Somebody just bolted this on. Like, literally just said Shelby's either at a time, but now it doesn't. It's the Shelby on the door. This is rough but clean. It's just Chrysler turbo, and then just paint's chipping off of it. We deleted the AC for weight because it didn't work in the first place. Need to get new wires and plugs, but we'll do that next summer or spring. Need to recharge the new battery. Got a boost control gauge that's pretty wired up there gently. All air factory stuff except for the K&N in here. We're going to delete all that soon, and that's the turbo hose. Or the turbo, because the turbo sits right down there. I don't know if you can see it in there, but that's where the turbo sits, right there. Oh, look, hold on. Oh, no, if I turn my flash on, you might have been able to. But that's where the turbo sits. Right here is the turbo. Oh, just a small little turbo. But eventually we're going to have that come up and around and have a its own intake down there. And then have this one straight pipe with a blow-off valve coming off. Because it needs a blow-off valve. When it runs, when the battery's charged and everything, it runs great. I mean, it was inspected just a pretty long time ago, but it's been sitting. Still runs, we just didn't have any need to drive it anymore, so we just let it sit and pulled it in here. But brand new belts, timing belts brand new, water pumps new, tensioners, clutch, everything's brand new on it. Just had this engine out last summer. We just had it out and redid a lot of stuff to it and put it back in and put 2 brand new axles in, all new tires around. So definitely runs good. I mean, lights work and everything. So it has labels and everything on the hood. Somebody gave it a paint job to white racing stripes. Front's a little beat up, but other than that, it's a pretty clean car. I mean, it's clean, kinda. Can you hear the ding of the dead battery? I don't know, something's digging. Telling me that my battery's dead. But, carpets are a little dirty because they're old. I mean, it's a 1987. And, Cars and Concepts. So, it's a Cars and Concepts car. Has all the information about it right here. The pounds that it weighs and everything. 10 of 87. State of manufacture in this one. Made in USA. So it gives you all the weights and everything. But it's LBS 2070, LBS 1726, LBS 1700, and kilogram 939, kilogram 783. That's the front, where the front is 2070, and then in kilograms it's 939, and then the back is the 1700. Yeah, so it's a pretty heavy car. As you can see, the tires are still fairly new. I mean, we did drive through run it the whole time it was inspected. Got a little paint and stuff there from when they did the road, but you can see it's a straight car. And then it's got all this too. The captivity and everything. 4 passengers. Gives you the tire pressure. 32 psi front and 32 psi rear. Same, so 32 maximum. Maximum tire size is the P185/70 R14. Tells you all that stuff, just to tell you what tires you can get and everything for it. Seat belts are rough, really rough. Lap belts. But pretty much we're trying to get this car back to original, pretty much. But a lot of stuff needs to happen before that can happen. It's not cheap to restore one of these cars when you don't or can't really find parts for it. But back seats fold down. Yeah. But that's the Daytona. So this is the one I might be basing that car off of, my model, but it has T-tops. My model's a sunroof car. And they gave me the wrong rims for an 87. But there you guys go. See ya.